Yeah, at some point it's just like, oh, screw it. Let's get into this already. After feels like what draft coverage started in February, the moment the Pro Bowl ends and the Super Bowl ends, and we've just been going straight. So it's nice to actually, have something to talk about here. So we are going to start with, what is our kickoff here? Thursday night is Baltimore at Kansas City. Start with the quarterbacks. Two of the best, probably your consensus top four. We've got Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. What are your thoughts here, guys? I know this is not exactly the groundbreaking way to start it off, because it's basically just to start these guys and move them on. But how high up are we this week in our rankings for these two? I have them as 2 and 3 with Josh Allen at number 1.
I have them in 3 and 4.
You're way too low. You're way too low.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I have Hurts. I have Hurts as basically 1A with Allen, and then it's Lamar and Mahomes. My bad, guys. Real crap of the party here.
I will say I have Lamar over Mahomes for fantasy purposes, but of course Kansas City is going to win that game. So.
All right, let's get on to a more interesting segment here, the running back. So we've got the Ravens have a whole new look here. Well, no, I guess not. They've got Justice Hill, but Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Rasheen Ali, KC's got Isaiah Pacheco, Samaje Perine, who apparently is totally going to completely ruin Isaiah Pacheco, and Carson Steele, who I guess is going to be, a big role in this offense despite never stepping foot on an NFL field. That's what Twitter would have you believe. What are your thoughts here, guys, on Pacheco and Henry? Have you losing faith here in Pacheco going into it? Is Henry the silent value of the offseason? What do you think?
Yeah, like with Henry, anytime they're not favored, he's going to be low in my rankings just because he's super game script dependent. Guess what? They're playing the Chiefs. I don't have them winning this game, so Henry's going to be lower. That's kind of is what it is. This will probably be one of the lower rankings I have for Henry all season. He's my RB13. Pacheco's my RB14. They're both right there. I do like Pacheco more in these neutral game script environments just because he does a little bit more pass catching. But to your point, Piron, I think this high RB2s, possible back end RB1s. I like both of them. If you have them in your lineup, you're be happy.
Yeah, I have Henry's my RB9. He's great. He's going to score at least once. He might score twice. He's got to get it in the first half probably, but I'm not ruling that out. We know that Baltimore will be able to move the ball. Chiefs defense is still very good, not as prolific as they've been the last year or two, I think, but that's not going to be a problem. Still, this is a shootout, and Henry gets in the end zone at least once, so fire him up.
I need to update my rankings because somehow I have him the lowest of anyone. I have him at RB11, which is never the case because I'm the high guy on Derrick Henry. I use your theory of I never have him high in my rankings when I have the Ravens projected to lose, but I don't ever project the Ravens to lose. So that's why he's always high in my rankings. So I've got him at 11. I've got Pacheco at 14. What do you guys have Pacheco?
He's same spot. Yeah, they're 13, 14 for me.
12 for me.
Yeah,
all right.
Pacheco's going to be in that range all season for me.
Anyone else you're interested in flexing here? Hill, Ali, Perine, I guess, is the obvious one. Carson Steele. I'm not putting any of them in my. Yeah, have we really lost anyone to serious injury already that you would be forced to start one of these guys in your flex in week 1?
No.
I don't think so, right?
Ali might not even play. He's been dealing with that injury. Yeah, so I don't think he's going to play. I'd say the one guy you can make a case for is if this game flips and goes a negative environment, that's where Perine's going to get a lot of PPR points. So if you're in a PPR league and maybe it's a deep dynasty, you need a flex-worthy guy, you can go Perine, and it could work out for you. But if they're dominating early and they're just controlling the tempo and doing that, which they're really good Kansas, you can't do that. It's a really low floor play with Perine, so you kind of have to be careful if you want to play him.
Yeah, and on the other end, I'm not playing him, but I am stashing Justice Hill everywhere just in case he gets more work than we expect.
I feel like I seen some clown on TikTok talking about that in a video. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, it could have been me. It was me. 10% owned. Go get Justice Hill. Why not stash him if you got the room?
It absolutely was you.
Yeah,
I think I have this one. I think I took both of those.
I've done
it already.
Smash
double
that,
it up, baby. Yeah, hit both of them. Get the money, baby.
Next up, we've got the receivers, which is two groups here of largely confusing guys. Nobody really knew what to make of any of them in the drafts. They have huge variance. So the Ravens, it's really Zay Flowers. Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, Tez Walker, Deontay Hardy, Tylan Wallace. I don't really have any interest there until proven otherwise. The Chiefs, Rashee Rice, I think, is the one to own here. Then we've got Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, Sky Moore, Mecole Hardman with Hollywood Brown out. Who do you have ranked highest? I guess this has got to be what? Rice, Flowers, Worthy? What do you guys have it at?
I have Flowers and Worthy really close in my rankings. I have Rice, our wide receiver 20. We go down a little bit. I get to Flowers at 25, and then Worthy's at 29. So, like, I like all three of those options. You can play all of them, I think. If you want to go dart throw, you can go one of the other guys. But, like, we know how this works out, man. Those guys are such low floor plays. Like, I don't want to trust, like, I know Bateman's got a ton of, like, hype, but, like, I need to see it with Bateman before I project him into that role. Like, that's my whole issue with Bateman. So, he'd be the other guy you can make a case for. But outside of that, it's just the main three for me.
Yeah. In the interest of time, I will say I have Zay Flowers at 18. Above Debo Samuel. Let's go. Zay Flowers this week. All the other KC guys I think are down in the mid 30s. So yeah, I want Zay and maybe a Worthy shot.
That's a spicy one with your, I'll put that back up in a sec, with your Zay take there over Debo. I could see maybe making the argument for Rice, but I don't, I've got Rice over Flowers.
They need him.
Ravens only stack that's decent as Lamar Edwards. Lamar is fine unstacked due to rushing yards. Put Rice in top 15. I don't know. I think I have to update my rankings because I have everyone wait. I'm not settled right now. I think I have Rice at between 15 and 20, so I don't think it's crazy high. I don't know if he's going to get into the top 15 for me, though.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, me neither.
That's bold. But I'd say, yeah, you could make him top 15. Like, you could talk yourself into it based on his role and how he was used last year. Like, if he keeps that role that he had at the end of the season, like, he's going to be a PPR magnet. Like, that's just what it is. He gets all the easy check down looks. So, yeah, he's the highest floor of the Chiefs guys and possibly the highest ceiling of those wide receivers, too. I think.
All right, we'll close out this game with some tight ends. I think there's a couple of guys you may have heard of here. Mark Andrews. Then he's got Isaiah Likely, Charlie Kohler, and then there's Taylor Swift's boyfriend is on the Chiefs with Noah Gray and Peyton Hendershot, new out of Dallas there. So what do you have? Do you have Andrews or Mrs. Swift? Mr. Swift, I guess.
Mr. Swift.
Yeah, I like Mark Andrews over Kelsey this week. Again, they're going to need him. I just think Mahomes is going to show everybody again who he is and just spread it around a ton. That could be 3 TDs to Kelsey. But I have Andrews ranked as my tight end 3. Kelsey is my tight end 5. Just hedging a little. We'll see how well he does in week 1. But they're both monsters. Yeah. You're going to start them.
100%. Yeah, I have 2 tight ends above these guys. It's Kincaid and it is McBride this week. These are my top 2 guys outside of that. So they're back to back 3 and 4. I'm starting them everywhere. Like this matchup is like this is what you want.
I have it as Andrews, Laporta, Kelsey. So if you have a tight end in this matchup, you're going to get off to a good start.
Oh yeah,